as predicted. All right. I think we can start. Any other person want to introduce Cheese or Bam Juliet? Would you like to introduce yourself before we kick off for tonight?
Oh, yeah. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, Chizoba, we can hear you. Good evening.
Okay, my name is Chizovam Juliet. I am customer experience executive.
Absolutely, we can hear you.
Okay. My name is Chizobam Juliet. I am customer experience executive in e-commerce company.
Chizoba, good evening. We're happy to have you on call.
Thank you.
All right. Hope everybody can hear me loud and clear. I think my network is a bit messy today, but
Yes,
we'll
I
go
can
through.
hear you.
All right, so let's kick off right now. I'll just start by introducing myself. Then our guest for today will introduce himself. Then we go to my co-host for today. Then we kick off with the questions and the responses. And also, if you have any question at all, please do not hesitate to ask. All right, I don't want anyone to leave here today with still question bothering them, and I just want you to leave here full of not just answers, right? But way forward, you knowing how to scale, you knowing what to do next. That's exactly what I want you to get from this session. So like I said yesterday, my name is Gloria Michael, the founder, convener of this program. What we are trying to do basically is not depend on the outside world to dictate what we do as Africans, because a lot of things differ here, right? There are so many factors that like pull someone down as a CSM that are not available to other people. But then we need to tell our stories when it comes to customer success, right? Especially that's what in the film industry, that's what they are doing. Let us not leave it to the white people to dictate and tell the story of how it's happening when they're not there, right? So we are just trying to like carve a niche for ourselves and make sure that the outside world also know that we exist, right? We exist and we're doing great, and we also can contribute to the global growth of the space, right? Yeah, so that's what we're basically doing with this program. And I also don't want you to, if you are transitioning, if you're already in customer success, I want you to like go home with action steps, like what to do, how to do it, and how to like leverage whatever knowledge you've gotten from here to like grow your career and just be the better person, all right, or the better, yeah, more like a better person. So that's what we're basically doing. And I'm super happy to have everybody here. I can see so many faces from yesterday. We're also here today. So please sit down, sit tight. We are about taking off right now. So Lambert, kindly introduce yourself. How are you doing today?
Hi everyone. Good evening once again. Yeah, my name is Lambert, head of customer success at Nestage. Well, basically, I have like vast experience in fintech, right, edtech, and also e-commerce. So I actually specialize in crafting tailored customer success strategies, leveraging workflows, automation to drive business growth and satisfaction. So basically, my experience actually lies in fintech and also passion for innovative technology. And I also help organization enhance experience, streamline their operations, and also drive or optimize customer journey from onboarding to retention. Yeah. So that's it. What about myself?
Awesome. Good to have you here. And yes, I've been working with Lamba for I think since last year, right? Or is it 2023? And he's an amazing coach and teacher. Yeah, so that's why if you have questions, don't hesitate. Don't leave him without responding to your questions today. All right. Okay, so my co-host today is Temitope. Kindly introduce yourself, Temitope.
Thank you, Gloria. So, Lambert, in Gloria's world, she said we should hold you by the neck. Well, so make sure we squeeze you dry as much as possible. Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Temitope Olagunju. I am a customer success specialist, recently transitioned to customer success. So on this call today, I'll be advocating for the likes of me who are new to the space and want to learn as much as we can in order to flourish in the customer success space, customer experience space. So thank you, everyone. It's great to have you here.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome, good to have you. Thank you so much for that. And if you notice anyone like having noise from their end, you can just mute them from your end. All right, do we have Ajoke here? Ajoke, are you here before we move? Okay, the second speaker for today is still not here, so we'll just continue, and whenever she's here, we'll just like just continue. All right, so the conversation today is around how infrastructure affects customer success in Africa. So in many African cities, of course, Lagos, Nairobi, and the likes, majorly, even the suburbs, right? Power supply and payments are really the major issues. And what I mean is you can send money to somebody and the person will not receive it. Maybe a customer sends money from your platform to, let's say, to someone in the UK, right? And they don't receive it on time. They say, oh, the person is going to receive within like 1 hour, 24 hours, 48 hours, they've not received that. And you can't explain as a customer success. All right. So those are the challenges we face. And also, of course, power. Is it greed, something that fell? And nobody could even give us a tangible explanation for what happened, right? So those are things that are common with us in emerging markets. So what do we do and how do we navigate in such cases? And I'm super excited that we have Lambert here from FinTech because we've had cases like that. So how do we as CSMs, how do we navigate that? So that is what we are majorly talking about. So how do we build great customer success in that reality, right? Because everybody will tell you, look at the industry standard, what is applicable with Stripe and PayPal, you're now bringing it down here. It's not going to work. But then how do we navigate that? That's basically what we're going to talk about today. And like I said, if you have questions, please do not hesitate to ask your questions in the chat, or you can just raise your hand and we'll just take it, all right? So let's just dive into one of the questions we have today. All right.
Okay.
So my question is going to go to Lambert right now. How do African customer success team, I know you lead a team currently, adapt to when there is no 24/7 tech support?
Yeah, thank you for that question. So basically, you actually like need to know the best platform that works within the low bandwidth areas. So at this time, WhatsApp and SMS is actually a great, tool because they offer, very little data and they're widely used. They actually widely used across Africa, in fact, across the world. So I think recently we are trying to, I think WhatsApp, they were saying, oh, WhatsApp, we don't want to use WhatsApp in Nigeria because they don't want to pay for one platform or want something or the other. So we actually need at least a number of users across the world actually use WhatsApp. Then also, tools like Google Forms, maybe Intercom Lite. I know Intercom actually, take more data, but then if you use the, Intercom Lite and Telegram is another tool, a great tool, in fact, because they utilize bots, Telegram bots, where you actually use a whole number of things to work with Telegram. And then how to like efficiently use this, these tools within these low boundaries. Then also the team actually would definitely need to like, maybe offer offline support options. And like I said, WhatsApp and voice notes. So if you have voice notes, you can actually just, reach out to your customer, send a voice note or schedule a callback or SMS updates. I know OP actually do updates like SMS. So they send out, SMS because they look at their different users. OP is actually MoneyPoint, they're actually one of the, will I say one of the best in maybe fintech somehow, because they look at different areas, right? They are just like these biggie guys, these biggie. So they do brands. So the brands are either they are different people. So the higher merchants or the higher customers and also the lowest of the lowest. So that's why these days OPay use maybe your phone number to create an account to them. So the phone number I'm using, so I can actually to create an account. So they can use, they have all these updates, SMS updates and the likes. So I think the team definitely need to like utilize this structure or these tools instead of going in depth with maybe other CRM tools, but also you use what was it called now? Your Google Forms. You send out Google Forms and they fill in the forms. Then you can also offer knowledge-based articles, maybe preloaded videos. Say, okay, these are the frequent asked questions. Then you just create a video, share with them, maybe a link. Oh, you can go to this link and then what's it called? The issue actually be resolved at least. I hope that answers the question.
Absolutely. It does. It does. Thank you so much for throwing so much light on that. And I like the fact that you mentioned that instead of just, we are tempted as CSM to use what everybody is using, the tools everybody is using, you want to like start using that and just incorporate that. But I like the fact that you mentioned like go to the lowest level, look at what is applicable in your own. That's why it's important to do your customer profile. Who are they? Where do they live? And what do they do? So that will enable you to like know the kind of tools you use. WhatsApp is a very great tool. The only reason why I don't recommend Telegram, because a lot can really happen on
Yeah.
Telegram. It's not as is I feel it's volatile and anyway, you can just get scammed there. But with WhatsApp, I think it's still protected, right? So, and I like that. So if you want to suggest to your management or whatever, tools and low cost system are really a great way for you to like support continuity in the customer success space. So well done, well done. So let's quickly go and take the second question before we open up to the room to maybe one or two people that want to ask questions. All right. Temitoka, do you want to say something?
I just think I should add to the fact that it's quite instructive that you mentioned that considering the category of customers would also determine how you should express communications with them, because as I said in the introduction, representing those that are just transitioning into customer success, we are tempted to want to go for the big brands, want to understand gain sight, want to use the big name brands. But if we come from the approach of regular applications you are even used to as in your daily operation, it goes forth to help you interact better. It goes forth to help you to be innovative in approach that you are even going to present to your organization. So thank you for that. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. You are so on point with that emphasis. That's really a good one. Okay, so our next question is around I think you've addressed that, but let's just like list or discuss. How do you manage churn when customers can't even stay connected? Because as a CSM, I feel most of this churn is not because you're not doing a good job. Sometimes it can just be a lot of other things. So maybe customer was not able to connect. Maybe some customer was not able to, some customers don't even read their mails, right? So how do you manage like churn when in this environment? How do you manage that? Do you have tips, tricks? Are there things you do to make sure you stay on top of your game for
So
retention?
yeah, so basically, to manage churn, you use different approach to actually manage churn with customers to actually stay connected. So for me, personally, I would say you know, you need to like prevent the churn. In fact, set like create an expectation, right? Set a clear expectation with your customers and also with the team. So as the sales team actually need to like let users know what is actually going on for, you know, for a good experience. Say, oh, okay, we don't have, maybe you actually need to have a stable internet connection across board, or you use maybe a different platform to actually view this or something. So you need to like set a clear expectation. Then once this issue actually happen, then just reach out to them and you know, don't actually wait for the customers to reach out to you. If you notice, in fact, once you notice the customer goes silent, definitely they're already looking into your competitor, right? So don't wait for
Absolutely.
customers to, you know, go silent. Reach out to them because you already know, oh, there's maybe network challenge on unreliable stable network or something. So don't actually like, you know, stay silent. Reach out to them and also re-engage with them rather than actually waiting for them to complain. Then once they complain, you definitely know, oh, they're actually looking at their friend's platform, or they're going into, you know, maybe a competitor or something. Then also offer, you know, I also advise organizations to offer, if you're in a that's SaaS, to offer maybe pause and, you know, resume. Say, take for example, internet connection. So I use Fiber One, right? So Fiber One, once there's a downtime,
Yeah.
maybe within say Lekki region or Ajah region or Ekiti or something, they reach out to you. You already know, oh, you can't browse, you can't do anything. So once they reach out to you, they've already paused your what's it called? They do a pause, how do I call it now? They pause your subscription for that number of days.
On
So
you.
fix that issue. Say the issue actually span maybe two working days or 3 working days or something. Then they return that lost days. So they do a pause and then they resume it. So I always tell you know, organizations to for SaaS, if you actually do into SaaS, try and, you know, pause these things, because customers will say, oh, they didn't use this platform. So you guys are just using my, you know, you guys are collecting my money,
It's
you're
just a
fraud.
rip-off.
Exactly, you're just ripping off. I mean, so just create that aspect. So you have that feature. Then this gives clear visibilities with outreach. Then also, most importantly, you know, track you know, if you're using a CRM tool or any other tool, track infrastructural, you know, churn separately. So you actually know, okay, this churn is actually due to the infrastructure level, maybe unreliable you know, network stability and all of that. Then, you know, once you do that, you like, you know, track that separately. So the products guys or the engineer guys or the you know, the leadership with the team can actually respond strategically. So that's my own about that.
Thank you so much, Namba, for
Thank
that. That's really good explanation, because Fiber One, as you used as an example, they came to agree to doing this post structure after so many complaints. The customers were actually dropping off. At least I know for myself and a couple of others, we had to drop off Fiber One because they have downtimes. They didn't used to communicate. And sometimes it goes on 4 or 5 days without any communication. And your subscription is still your subscription. But with this update, I think they should also have communicated to customers afterwards when they had better improvements, so that even people who liked their services when it was up and running can actually come back. That's another one that could be pitched to their team. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you. That I think I'm loving the direction of this conversation. Do we have any question in the house quickly before we continue? Do we have any question before we continue?
There's no question in the chat.
All right. So
Oluwayemisi, do you have something to say?
okay, let's just continue while we can hear her. All right. So and the only thing I'll say about that to manage churn is for you to set the right SLA. Can you hear me?
Yes,
For
I
Yes.
you
can
to,
hear you.
yes, you need to make sure you set the right SLA. Don't just jump to global industry and all those standards. You know where you are, so you have to set the right. If it's not, it's not compulsory. And customers will hold you by the neck. Whatever you tell, you think they are not hearing also. They will say, is it not you that said it's going to be resolved within the 24 hours? So why is it not resolved? Right. So, and it's always better to under promise and over deliver. So your SLA shouldn't model what everybody is doing. Look at the space you are in and the kind of product you have, right? If you're in the fintech space, sometimes instead of using 5 hours, you can just use 10 hours. So within that time, the product and everybody should be able to walk around and just get the solution. So it's usually better to have that. And of course, Lambert also mentioned that you have to be proactive in whatever you're doing instead of waiting for people to make a complaint, or just once you notice something is wrong, just pick it up already. Pick it up. Don't wait for anybody to tell you that, oh, this is what is happening. I cannot log in. Or whenever you see one or two people complain, just take it up. You need to know why that is happening. All right. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's move on. Let's move on. Do you have any question, anybody, before we go? Lambert, are you
So
still here?
yeah, I'm still here. So actually I wanted to add, so for fintechs, right? They look at, once they do a transaction, let's say it's 0.5 seconds. They want that transaction to be done before 10 seconds. So like after WhatsApp, I've actually noticed like a pattern. After WhatsApp, the next two apps is where they are actually, that's where their money is, or their transactional, where they do their daily transaction, or what they are actually using it for. So they just swipe before. Once you are responding to a customer, maybe to an issue or a query, you actually notice they're even faster than you, even if you're the fast guy. But they actually, you notice they're faster because once after WhatsApp, the next app that follows is, so just said, payment, because payment definitely actually delays, actually payment delay actually break trust easily. It's break trust easily. You see, someone that have actually dragged me on. I think I went for a tech event. That was, I think, 2 years back. Someone came to he purposely came for that event because he wanted to drag us. So he was looking for Lambert. I've seen my name on App Store, Play Store multiple times. Right. So I was looking for, because we didn't resolve his
Oh
issue
my God.
a week. I mean, the issue lasted for a week. So he was looking for, he said, we need to give him, like, we need to, fix this issue today. That's why I came to this, this event and all of that. And then I worked with someone where, okay, as a CS person, you try to like empathize with this, these guys. Then a business owner actually said, he made a statement saying, we don't need to empathize because, so actually, so just, in fact, you're trying to like cover up whatever that is happening, right? Instead of you to like explain to them, okay, this is what actually happened. Okay, we are working on these things. So you just want to sit back. So once it's worked, they can just tell them it worked. So I told the the business owner, this is actually not the way it's, because first of all, these customers did not beg you to use your product, right? You put out your products out there, you feel your product out,
Yeah.
and they say, okay, this is good, and they try to, as much as you did your marketing, oh, after you're promising, we are fast paced, everybody's using fast paced technology now, AI powered and all of that. But then you need to like take ownership of whatever delays, downfall, and all of that, and you're good to go.
Thank you. Thank you so much for adding. That's so valid. That's so valid. And I want us to like just do a detour, then come back to what we are talking about today, right? I want to, because there are so many people in the house and they don't know your journey or your story. So what was your journey from, let's say, from whatever role you were before being the head, or before, was it from support down to success? How was it? What was it like? Was it like, oh, today you say you're going to do support, then tomorrow you jump to success? How was it? Was it zigzag? Was it linear? How was it? Just let us in.
Well, it's the journey, it's never straightforward. Yes. it's different. It's
Yeah.
always different it's never straightforward. So business look at the angle they're actually going into. One thing for me, right? I tried as much as possible to run away from sales. That was why I asked a question yesterday, sales, because it would not work for me, right? So I tried to like set that to go, okay, set a boundary for sales. In as much as I'm a sales person, I still sell your product. I ensure you guys, your customers, I manage your customers to avoid churn and all that. So my journey is, I mean, it's not straightforward. It's just, I mean, zigzag. So I've done support. I've done where, what's they call it now? Leadership role. I've done, different roles, even in one organization. So they say, okay, can you work on this? Can you do this? So because we look at, I'll take, for example, Great, because that's where I actually had much more experience. So look at, what's it called? Collaboration. You collaborate because collaboration is actually key. You don't just, I mean, okay, outside your JDO, respond to answer 150 queries in a day, yada, 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 and all of that. Once you can't be doing all that, I mean, your day to day, you need to like go above and beyond. That's why it's, I mean, above and beyond. So you look at, okay, what exactly are you good at? Are you good at maybe, not articles, card responses, automations, QA, looking at a possible solution to a problem where, the product team are not even looking at, I mean, feedback and all of that. Because I try to, as much as possible, to always work with the product guys to, okay, this is what will definitely work. This is what the customer actually requesting for. How can we, get a better product, usage with this product and all of that. So recurring cases, issues, and all of that. So you look at these things, what are you actually good at aside responding to queries, aside responding to chats or calls? I don't even like calls. So I just try to like do one or two and resolve an issue. Then for Gray, so everyone actually, there's what we call, I think there's a particular month where in that month, everyone in the team work as a leader for that week. So it's more like how do I call it now? Scrum Master. So you just work as a leader. So this week now, I take over the things the team lead actually does. That's what I will do this week. Next week, someone actually takes it. So you have that kind of leadership kind of skill. So you don't know where you find yourself maybe. So you just have that feel. Okay, this is what, because okay, someone is doing rescheduling of what's it called, timetable for the week, because you do a 24-hour schedule, support schedule, and all of that. Because creating a schedule, a timetable schedule, is not as easy as anyone would think. You have to consider different things. Okay, this person is on 2 o'clock, this person is on 4 o'clock, this person like that, and you try as much as possible not to try to overwhelm every your team generally. So you just look at these things. Okay, oh, this person actually do this week. So you not say, oh, every time this girl, she'll work every morning. She doesn't do night shifts, all those things. So you try to like manage your team and also manage everyone's efforts and all of that. So generally, my journey is never smooth. I've done calls, I've done, reaching out to customers, like going to the physical customer to actually reach out to them to find out what's actually going on and all of that. Before this, before CRM2, we used to go out to like, to customers and tell them, okay, train them, onboard them, get feedback and all of that. So I've traveled from Lagos to Ibadan just to train a customer without them and all of that. Before Zendesk came up and before you even had, okay, we can actually streamline one or two processes. So I used to go like because I did FlexiServe, so it's an ed tech. So actually go to school owners to reach out to them. Oh, we noticed you've not been using the accounting or you've not paid and all of that. So how can you structure, how can you come up with something? So just look at different things and, yeah, good to go. So I would just say start small, learn learn from mentors. People have been saying, oh, I'm a good, I'm not, I don't know if I'm a good mentor, because I also look at, I mean, I have people I actually look up to, right? So they are there. And I don't know, it's a lot of people also look up to me, but me, I look up to, oh, I'm not there yet. So I'm still learning, we're still in the learning process. So learn, celebrate the wins, your bravos and all of that, then you're good.
Thank you so much, Lambert, for that. Start small. Start small is really one thing that we should tend to want to focus on right now. We had Judith on the call also yesterday, and she was talking about our experience before getting into the full-scale customer experience, as she calls it, that she's not restricted to customer success. So are you saying, in starting small, are you saying that wherever it is that is aiming to transition into the customer success space should first go for roles that are maybe customer support?
Well, basically, I'll say, well, not really, just so there are customer service, customer support, and all of that. So just try to, like, where you start, you can actually, there are different, you can start with customer support, calls, as onboarding, I mean, call centers or, business and all of that. So try call center, because you have like different scripts before you even handle emails. So I think most majorly is the call. Some businesses try to, like, telesales, they do telesales/CS. It's so you want to call people outbound
Yeah.
and outbound and all of that. So they give you a script. So most times they want to try to, like, find the tone you actually use. Oh, they'll give you a script, okay, or something, or okay, they're trying to call you as like as like a customer to get your feel. Okay, answer the call. So once you answer the call, how do you actually answer the call? What are the, your tone, how's your tone like and all of that. So just start maybe call center, then customer support, or onboarding. You train people, because there's a guy I actually met where he doesn't like emails. In fact, he just like, he does things marketing guys actually do. So he does video editing, write-ups and all of that. So, like, okay, you're not even, so where can we fix you? So we had to, like, we just had to, like, push into marketing, because it's more like we employed someone that is even better than in CS than, I mean, we're better in, marketing than CS.
Marketing
So,
than in
like, yeah,
CS.
exactly. So you, first of all, you need to, like, know what you enjoy
Where you
people.
fit.
Exactly, your feet. What can you do? The daily things you like people doing. Do you actually like, oh, this person reached out to me? How this person actually talked to me this way? I'm having a downtime. I did a transaction spending. Someone reached out to me. Kuda Bank, Piggyverse is they're fast. Piggyverse, they're very fast. So even if
Yeah.
on the Sunday, they still try to, like, reach out to you, even if you have like a downtime or something, or your payment is not going through. So they are very fast. So do you actually like all these things? So first of all, look at the things you like. Then, okay, I can actually work towards this. So once you work, okay, this is what I can do. This is what I can actually work towards, and then you're good to go. Then if you see, or if you notice, the person that actually notice a tiny little error no, I mean, so yeah, maybe a tester, or what's it called now? QA, quality assurance person. You actually look at the, that's in detail. So yeah, this kind of person that look at things, detailed things and all of that. Or you're someone that actually, look at maybe compliance issues, say fraud activities and all of that. Then so what's exactly, so you can actually even transition from CS to maybe, marketing or compliance, right? So you have your eye on investigating things, irregularities with, customers' accounts, customers, metrics and all of that. So what I actually good at. So once you look at these things, then you can now fix it. Okay, this is what I need to do. This is what I can do and all of that. Then you can, work on it.
Thank you for that response. Chizoba's hand is up. Miss Gloria, do you want her to come in now, or we should pen her down? Okay, Chizoba, you can unmute and contribute to this.
Okay. Um,
Chizoba, are you there?
yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. Good evening once again. And I'm so happy to be in this meeting. Would I call it a meeting? Because it's actually opening my eyes in things that I don't really know. Okay, I'm sorry to take you guys back. Before we started asking Mr. Lambert about his experience on, especially how he got to the level he is now, we're talking about how to avoid churn customer. Okay, yeah. So I just want to say something about, it's not actually a question. I want to add to the things that have actually been working for me as a customer experience. So I work with a tech-led e-commerce, and we have over 6,000 customers. And what I can say is that I don't think churn customer is, you can avoid churn customer 100%. I don't know, it's not working from our end like that. I mean 100%. So there's something that'll be working for us. We actually start up, like my company came on like 3 years now in Nigeria, especially. So, and there's something that actually that been working for me and my team. Even if we did not make it 100%, at least our churn customer is lesser than our active customer. Both our active customer. So there's something that we call daily check-in. One of the things that can help you to reduce churn customer, we call it daily check-in. So in this daily check-in, before now, when we started, like I was with the company when we went live, when everything. So I actually know where our strength is and how we started. So we do this daily check-in before now. We usually do it monthly. So daily check-in, it's reaching out to your customer, not via calls, reaching out to your customer via SMS. We call it like bulk SMS before now, like I said, every single month. So how we do it, we go into our system, we use this system, we use Zendex, and also we use Zendex is basically for customer experience, responding to customer and all that and solving issues. But this one, we use what we call ERP. So this ERP actually helps us to check our customers that are dormant, the ones that are churned, the ones that are active, and the ones that there's one they will call not fully onboarded. So those ones, when we go into the system, we have to, put in the process and put them out. Before now, we usually do it every month. Like it means put the customer that actually has not used our app or bought from us. Like I said, it's an e-commerce company, bought from us for like, let's just say 3 weeks down to 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So this daily, when we put the name, we get their phone number. Of course, when customer is onboarding, they have their phone numbers, their details, their address, phone number, and everything. So, and send a bulk SMS, through our system, which they know that it kills. So this actually help them to, even if when a customer, that was, like I said, I'm coming to daily. This one is monthly before we now switch to daily. So that one was actually helping us to let the customer, oh, we're still in the business. Oh, you've not done so thing. Like it give them this sense of how like they're important. Oh, these people know that I'm no more here, even when we have over 6,000 customers to attend to. So these people are really checking on me to know that, oh, I'm no more here. I'm no more. I've not been using the app. So when we are doing it, it actually helped. But like I said, churn customer is not something you can avoid totally. Just for us to even to improve more, we shifted it to daily check-ins. So this daily is actually the the main thing of them, or how to avoid that churn customer, because every day customers are entering churn. Whether you like it or they are entering churn, there is a number of customers that will enter churn every day. So this everyday one really helped us. So what we do, one of my duties, if I come in the morning, is to check them out, put their numbers, send them SMS. I mean, it's basically reaching out to them, telling them, oh, we know your journey, we know where you stopped, we know so date, I know. And it's actually kind of making them to feel more, would I say, important to us. Of course, they're important. There's no business without customer, So yeah. So one of the ways to avoid this churn customer, I mean, at least to reduce them to a certain percentage, is this daily check-in. I just thought to share because it has helped my team. It has helped the customer experience team to improve so much. Thank you.
Yeah, that's nice.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. I know one or two people have just learned something about that, and that is great. Thank you so much, Juliet, for sharing your experience with us. And yes, it's so true. Like, you can't avoid churn 100% because there are various reasons, right? There are different kinds of churn. Some can just be product on fit. Some can just be, oh, so if while I was in Nigeria, I used to buy clothes from you and all, or I used to come to your shop and buy things from you. Now that I've moved to Canada, of course, I'm going to churn no matter what, no matter how fantastic your service delivery is, it doesn't matter, right? So there are some churn that you as a CSM, you don't have anything to do about, like you cannot, if you like, kill yourself first.
Yeah.
You're not going to do anything about it, right? So what you can manage is just focus on what you can do to better that's why you need to understand your touch point. It's so important to do that. And also understand the industry you're in. For her that she's in e-commerce, customers are always going to buy, right? So there's a way you can keep you can just keep them in check. So let them know that you are top of, like, you're thinking about them, and let them know that you exist, right? So you always, and that's what MTN does. They don't leave you hanging. You cannot just go days without MTN ZSMS from them, right? And other products, even Domino's now, that's what they do. Emails, they're bombarding you, and also those are really good ones. And but then you need to understand your products. If you are dealing with SaaS and all those B2B products, don't do that to me, right? So you need to understand. I am so happy she shared that. For you, what you should take away now is, what is your own industry? Are you in that? If you're in that line, please, you can also, maybe after this conversation, you can just gain one or ask her again for how she does that. But then if you're not, understand if you're in the fintech space, trust is so important in the fintech space. So you need to know the industry before knowing what to do and how to go about it. All right. Thank you for sharing that. After time, we have less than 10 minutes. Temitoko, do you have any question before we ask, or I ask one more question and then we zoom off for today? I don't want us to stay all day like we did yesterday.
I think we're good on that. We can just go on with the next question so that we can get as much from Lambert as possible.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. So I still want us to go, because I know most people here are still transitioning or still in that space, right? So how do you build confidence and clarity for those with the traditional background? You're coming from, let's say, microfinance bank, you're coming from teaching. Yeah, you can transition from teaching to customer success. Please don't hold yourself back, right? So how do you, in your own case, how were you able to scale? And how would you tell somebody that, oh, these are the things you can do to build your confidence and clarity to get into this space?
So basically, I actually started as I actually started volunteering. I volunteered different roles within CS, different roles. Okay, I can say, okay, I know how to do this thing. Okay, can I actually help, assist, and all of that? So even Lagos Ride, before Lagos Ride was more popular in Lagos. So I actually volunteered. We're one of the few people 5 persons that started Lagos Ride. So we volunteered, okay, calling customers, trying to, ensure, okay, people actually know Lagos Ride, know how to book a ride and all of that. Then once you volunteer and LinkedIn is also a good, I'll say I've told people don't play with your LinkedIn. Don't stop playing with your LinkedIn, right? So once you volunteer, just put it up there. Oh, I did this, I did XYZ and all of that. I learned 1 or 2 and stuff like that. Then we can also tag who you learned it from. Then once you do that, then they can also look at, reaching out to maybe communities, CS communities. There's CS Nigeria, and there are also other communities within CS. And look at, I won't say get your hands, get your hands dirty. So just get your hands dirty. Do things. Don't just do, oh, okay, you want to collect certificates. So most time I'll just look at LinkedIn, I'll say, oh, I'm chilled, I got certificates. We are just having certificates up and down, right? But there are no experiences, no hands-on deck, no hands-on, doing things, working on things and all of that. So once you get, your certificates, don't stop there. Create, join, communities, join, volunteer in different roles, help, and also, even if, this Nigerian CS in Nigeria, like call it, most businesses we don't want to pay a good number of, what's it called, salary range and all of that. So someone would say, okay, they want to pay someone 50K, 70K, 30K. So most I'll just laugh. Why can't this guy just use WhatsApp and do their thing and all that? So in as much as you're trying to, skill and all of that. So somehow don't really look at the money, because trust, I started CS with 30K. Started CS with 30,000 there. So don't look at, okay, yeah, this thing is actually small. If you can do it, it's just for you to just have that first experience. If you don't have any experience, that's your first place you get your experience, right? Okay, this is what I can do and all of that. So if maybe you've done that maybe 2-3 months, and maybe after your probation, or they are supposed to maybe increase or a permanent staff or something, you can, okay, this is what I did. I actually know what you're doing or what you did. So you can reach out to them maybe to increase your rate, or what's it called? Because CS is, you are an industry, the industry is not, like call it, it actually involves around us, right? Because every industry need a CS within that business, within the organization. Because you can't expect the product guys to respond to queries after working on working on, 9/24/7 and all that. You want them to respond, or marketing guys, acquiring customers and all of that. You can't be doing that. So CS would actually want to do that, resolve, queries and all of that, assist in different things, different levels, level 1 or 2 or 3, or, and also if you're good at maybe 1 or 2 engineering, maybe back end, maybe, one of those languages and all of that. So you can just apply for, customer engineering, maybe level 1 or level 2. So so before an issue goes directly to the product, the engineering guys, so you must have, tried to, reproduce that issue, reproduce that query. So once you do that, then, oh, okay, this guy have actually helped and all of that. Instead of you giving back, the workload to the dev guys. So you've actually done your bit, and, so just start small, upskill. So I see myself as, now I'm trying to leverage myself in workflow automation. Everyone wants to do automation. So this girl, was it Lillian that said something yesterday? Okay, is it Lillian? Someone said automation. So that's actually where my part and all of that. So if you know how to do something, I actually know how to do it well, right? Do it. Go ahead, fix it. Then reach out to your mentors. Also, mentor, if you do mentor, you're a mentee, someone's have mentored you and all of that. So you're trying to get a mentor. These mentors also, they're also human beings, right? So avail your time, because they are not paying for a time, right? Avail your time. So okay, you agreed on a time, 5 o'clock every day, so twice a week and all of that. Well, let that 5 be 5 because they also have their own day-to-day activities. Let that 5 be 5. And also, reach out to people, and there's Gloria there. So you can also reach out to her, and they would definitely help you build within support, experience, customer, success and all of that. All these things are, there are different levels to, go about this. So that's all I'll say. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, it does answer the question. And you were referring to Muibat. Muibat, I think she's
Yes.
on the call also. So
Oh, yeah.
Muibat, if you are here, they said you should hone your automation skills. So we are rooting for you also. We're rooting for you.
Because we reach out to you once. Okay, can you help us automate this? Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for that. That is all we are able to take for today. If you have any question, we can just take one question before we drop our last word for today. Any other person want to say something? Or let me just go over some of the things, especially if you're transitioning into tech, whatever role you are, know the why and how it impacts the overall bottom line is so important. I think most of us don't ask if you are working currently as a customer relationship manager, customer experience and all, please understand your role very well and know how it impacts the overall the organization's what's it called? Their goal. Let it not just be that you are doing.
I think your
I,
line is broken.
I think Gloria's line is off for a bit. So going through the recap, know the why and understand where you're transitioning into. That way you don't actually lose focus on the essence of transitioning. And I
Yeah.
think Ajoke was unable to join us this evening. She might just come in tomorrow. Um,
And
Participants, do you
also,
have any question that you want to throw to? Okay, you
I
can
can't
go
put
ahead.
that, just have like, common trend in strong communication. I
Your
mean,
employer. Okay.
yeah, strong communication, empathy. You don't really necessarily need to have that tech degree or tech background or something. Just have, first of all, have those basic, empathy, how you follow up with issues, how you actually communicate. There's a difference between communication and actually clear communication, right? So
Yeah,
you communicate, you actually need to provide that clear communication between your third party guys. Fintechs, everyone in fintech use third party apps. So we are using, NIPs for our processors, interswitch and all of that. So how do you communicate, oh, there's a downtime with your customers? How do you communicate that back to the finance or the product guys? How do you communicate all these things back to it's sync? So it actually must sync within themselves. So you need to provide clear communication and feedback. Oh, we are working on this issue because your customer will not see, oh, NIPS is having a downtime because they've actually done a transaction with another bank, right? And NIBS, a lot of fintechs are connected to NIBS, and
yeah.
so it's just so fragmented, right? So how do you now reach out to this customer? How do you provide feedback? Because you can't say, oh, they are working on it. So you just need to, okay, there's a clear communication. There's a downtime and we are fixing this and all of that. So, and also give a clear timeline. Give a clear timeline. If you don't give a clear timeline, they will drag you. Twitter is their best dragon, right? So they will drag that company. Even if your product is good, excellent. I think they were dragging one company, one big brand like that. One person actually dragged them and they've gone, they're trying to come back to their senses and all that. So provide a clear timeline and, oh, we are working on this. We'll give you, even if you've exceeded that timeline and that issue has not been resolved, go back to that person. Oh,
Communicate.
exactly, communicate that back to, oh, we've not forgotten your issue, right? We are still working on this thing and all of that. So just communicate.
Mm-hmm.
You're good to go. So that's it.
So I beg to differ when you said you do not think that you're a very good mentor at this time because you are also still looking up to some people. You've done fantastic this evening, and I'm sure so many people will also be in your DMs to follow up with this conversation you had tonight. So please be open to pick up the chats with us a couple of time or in the day or afterwards. So I think I should pass on to Gloria now for us to round off so we don't take so much of your evening.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I don't know if you can hear me now. I don't know if you
Yes,
can
we
hear me.
can
My
hear you
network was
now.
just all right. Thank you, Temitope, for being an amazing co-host for today. And thank you so much, Lambert, for joining us and for having this insightful conversation. I have my book here and it's so filled up already with things that need to be done. And I was going to ask one question before we go, but I don't know if we still have time for that. So what is one bold change you like to see in how customer success or in how Africans, how we practice customer success? Or how customer success is viewed globally. What is that one thing? One,
But I actually don't get that question correctly. Hello?
should I repeat the question?
Yes, yeah.
Hello?
Yes, you can repeat the
Okay,
question.
I'm dropping. Okay, I was asking what is the like, okay, I just drop it in the chat in case you cannot hear me. One bold change you like to see in how Africans, like how we practice customer success or how we are viewed globally. What are the things we should talk about more, right?
Well, basically, I'll say just,
Is my question clear?
Yes, I think your question is clear and Lambert got it.
yeah. So basically, I would just say, understand your customers, the context, and also adapt quickly with, new trends and all of that. So be flexible to learn. If you're in why am I always saying fintech? So if you're in a fintech, so you have like maybe a dashboard where you see your customers' activities and all of that. So these guys will always want to, the product guys will always want to like fine tune the product, the entire product, be the product itself or the dashboard and all of that. So be flexible, right? Because success is not even about having the perfect tool. It's about like understanding the basic context and adapting quickly with delivering results, values, and also the infrastructure that actually faces with the customers and all of that. So it just creates a better workflow within yourself, within the team, and also just get used to trends, right? Be flexible, and you're actually you can learn new things faster because no one will want to like employ someone that okay, say your onboarding is actually 2 weeks, 3 weeks you've not learned anything. 3 weeks they are still spoon feeding you and all that, and you want to collect salary the fourth week, right? So be fast, like be fast, flexible, and you can actually multitask. Customer success is multitasking. Yeah. You multitask different levels. Oh, you can do this, you can do this. You're responding to a customer, you're actually doing another thing and all of that because it's actually, when you multitask, it reflects on your your CSATs, your metrics and all of that. So it actually reflects deeply. So you
Yeah.
just have that mindset of, okay, you want to be a CS professional in Africa. Be flexible, understand your customers, your different level of customers you have and all of that, then you're good.
It's interesting that we are bringing the conversation back to where we started it from, because at the beginning of the call, we're talking about adapting into whatever it is you can use to communicate with your customers and not just game for the big brands, the big name in the customer space in terms of tools. And it's so nice to see that even a couple of people are dropping their thoughts in the chat. Gladys says that there should be no segregation in everyday posts where you're saying CX, CS, CX support. we should build tools that works for us, that
Oh,
works for our own
Gladys,
for our
good to
own
have you
health.
here. Can you hear
Yeah.
me? Can you say hi to us and probably explain what you meant by that or what you mean by that?
Okay, hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Gladys.
Okay, great. Gloria, you know what I mean by that. Well, let me see. So one thing people do once they get into CX in general is, I think it's part of their 2 weeks entry package. They'll make a post saying you're going into CX, customer success, support, and whatnot. I mean, let's dig the ground, do the work, do other things. All this segregation, people are standing by the term that, oh, I am success, and that's so much of a big deal. Oh, I am this, and that's, I don't know. We are dragging with not even outside are dragging us. We pay ourselves.
Yeah.
It's like designers saying what type of a designer they are. Oh, I'm Sigma. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that. Just do your work, do the impact, build the ecosystem. What is drag? Every day, someone becomes a virtual assistant. They're making a post for us, customer success. I'm
Yeah.
like, hello, that's not it. We have more. We have more skills we need. We have more tools we need to build. We have more impact we need to build. Revenue for ourselves and our companies. Tell that
Yeah.
customer success person now that would you take a 3 million naira per month customer support job? They would take it. So why
Yeah.
are you using this title to want to disturb us? You would take it. The market is all about availability at the same time, availability of jobs and roles. If someone saw this, they would go for it. And if they saw the skills, the training and support for it, they would go for everything. Because in CX, we are adaptable. Like that is one of the many skills that we don't talk about, but we are. So we don't have to do that.
Yep. Yeah, actually, I wanted to talk about, I don't know, everyone is just creating fintechs, fintech space and other industry. So no one is doing, CRM tool. If we lack in the CS world, the CS space, we lack Nigerian CRM tools. So be using Monday, we'll be using Freshdex, Zendex, all those things. We don't really have, people building CRM tools for us in the CS space. I mean, because the CRM tool itself, it's not meant for the CS people entirely. It's also for the sales guys, Salesforce and all the. So people are not, I don't know if we have maybe we've not really, I think we actually need to like come out, like to like ring that bell to them. Oh, we need these things. So guys, stop building. You've been building. We have lots of fintechs.
Fintechs.
Exactly. We have all these things. Let's build something that we actually need or we use. Because we're paying for, you're paying how much? $500 and something for a year. If you are not using you're not using the entire.
You are using just a fraction of it in your
Of the product,
operations.
and you are paying more. More and all of that. So we need these guys to like build some product for us, sales products and all of that. I'm not an engineer, unfortunately. So yes, that's one problem we have. So I don't know. Maybe we need to like put that out there.
Again, sorry, I want to say something to what Lambert said.
Okay.
Lambert will say he's not an engineer, but he's more technical than most customer experience professionals I know, because anytime I'm talking about tools and automations, I reach out to him. And in this era, you don't have to be a technical person to found a technical tool. So I believe if you need something, you'll be the one to bring up the idea and spark the fire of it, get the team. Lambert is in the technical space. Well, I'm not saying
you are absolutely correct, Gladys, because also on his page, I'm seeing that it was a web developer at some point on this journey. So
you see, the bottom line is you need the tool, you know what you want, you know what it should entail. You'll be the one to start talking about it.
You can champion this conversation for us, actually.
You can champion this conversation. You can champion the initiative and the project itself, not just the conversation. But thank you for the space. I've learned a lot from listening to everyone speak.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Gladys, for the feedback. And Muibat is also asking that you should champion this for us. So we are all chanting, champion this. We'll come back in a couple of weeks to ask how far you have gone with this idea that we are putting onto you.
We are looking into it. So I've actually thought about that for like, for a very long time, but Yeah, we'll look into that as well. So
Does anybody else have
Co-founder
anything to
in view.
contribute?
I'm sorry, I'm a bit under the weather. That's why I've not been talking. I said we should champion this co-founder in view. Tech Mr. Lambert will be the one to lead. Gladys will support everybody. There are so many of them on LinkedIn. Let us build
Yes,
it in
they
our
are
language and
actually.
be able to adapt it well.
And we also understand the technicalities and the problems we experience in this part of the world. So we are not reliant on how these tools work for them. Like you were talking about the pause and continuation of the subscription. If we are building products for ourselves here, we have it in consideration in the development of the application that at some point there could be a downtime that would have to pause subscription. There would be probably an internet interruption where you are working on the tool. A couple of months back, I remembered there was a CRM tool that had that had downtime, and so many people were so glad about that because it was like sort of a time off. But it seemed strange, and they were all coming out. But in this part of the world, we understand what it is for us to have downtimes. It's just being on a call and electricity trips off. If I have so many Nigerians with me on that call, it's not going to be a new thing. But if someone from the West is on that call and is wondering, why did your camera suddenly go dark? You have to explain to the person that NEPA to be like, how do you want to explain that to, how do you want to explain that to someone? So by the time we have this kind of initiatives that are built by us for us, it's a better conversation amongst us. Thank you so much, Gladys. Thank you so much, Maybat, for that contribution also. Fortune, Blessing, I see Olajumoke here also. I see Mary Jo. Do you have anything to contribute before we round off this call?
All right. I think, and please, did you recognize the presence of Pascalina? She's going to be our guest for, I think, next week or thereabout. How are you doing, Pascalina? Do you want to say hi to us? And also, did
I'm
Gladys say something?
good. I was just enjoying backdoor.
It's good to
Good to
have you
have you
here,
here.
Pascalina.
I'm glad to learn something from you. Thank you.
Gladys, did you say something? You know, I'll drag you out. Gladys is coming to speak to us, I think maybe tomorrow next. I'm not so sure. Thank you so much. Temitope, what else do we have going on before we go? I also see Ermonsele here. He wasn't able to say something yesterday. I'm not sure. Hi, Blessing, you're also here. Good to see you.
Gladys says our
Okay,
session is on
Gladys,
Friday, and Mary Jo says it was a beautiful session. I've learned a lot. We also have learned a lot, even from the space, even the conversation of having tools that are for us and by us. So I think Gloria missed that part of the interesting chat where we are giving the title of co-founder. Muibat, can you go over that title again?
Co-founder in view.
Co-founder in view for
For
Mr.
Lambert.
Lambert. Yes. So we are looking at that, and he has promised to feed us back in a couple of weeks, right? Right. Yeah. So that's where we
awesome.
had.
I think I'm liking this conversation. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. And also, there's someone that is supposed to come here. Currently building a support platform, something like Zendesk, where, well, built for Africans. But then I can't say much about it until I am very sure the person is coming here.
you
Right.
vote.
All right, everyone. I think that's all we have for today, right, Temitope?
Yes, that is all we have for today.
All right. All right. Thank you, everyone, again. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have learned one or two things. And I really like the fact that Lambert also mentioned that you should show up on LinkedIn, especially for those of us that want to transition from service to success or from another role to success. Please don't stay in the background. Nobody's going to know that you're doing an amazing work. Okay. So it's when you come out and say the things you are learning. Okay, we already have a hashtag for Lambert. Interesting. Please, Lambert, that's for you. Okay, I think that is all we have for today. If there's any other question, we're rounding up right now, but then one or two people can stay behind and probably Lambert to be able to respond to the last question before we go. So Luashe, welcome. Thank you, Igwe Gladys, for joining us. Igwe, what? Fortunate also, yeah, fortunate. Who else haven't I? I need to respect and acknowledge everybody that came here today. Jumoke, how are you doing today? We did not hear your voice.
It is husky.
What did you do?
Jumoke has a husky voice. She partied through the weekend. So, hi everyone.
Oh, I see. Oh my God, please hold that voice together because I can barely hear you.
So someone has a question in the chat.
All right, everyone.
If you could
See you
permit
tomorrow.
us.
Thank you for
One
saying
more
something.
to go. Yes, someone has a question in the chat. The question is from Musa. He says, how do you see the role of customer success evolving, and what skills will be essential for success in the future?
Okay, hold on, please. We've officially closed. Officially closed because we've taken 18 minutes. So please, anybody, we are done for today. See you the same time, same place tomorrow. Same, yeah. All right. So now let's give you 1 minute. If you can stay behind and all, please, you just feel free to stay behind for Lambert to respond to that before we go. Thank you. All right.
So, how do you see the role of sales evolving? So basically, right, back then in the past, like past. So say like 10 years back or thereabouts. So CS basically actually, they just respond to issues when they come. Say, I'll take, for example, Jumia, right? So Jumia, they do more of customer service, right? More back then, not
Yeah.
now. Yeah. So you just respond to, other issues and all of that. So it's just when that issue it arises, then, nowadays, you're actually expected to anticipate like maybe churn rates, where you drive, adoption and all of that. So how do you improve retention rates or proactively improve retention? Well, right now, for CS, you're just basically into the product development area, revenue, because most times business will see, okay, why are we even hiring sales guys? What revenue? They are not bringing anything. They are just, oh, we should have a CRM tool. We should have this, we should have that. But you guys are not, using that to generate more revenue for that business and all of that. So how do you now, embed this, these things into this practice or into this process? So you just have to okay, embed, product development, revenue strategy. How do you then also business growth? How do you grow the business as a CS person, as a CS advocate or a leader in the role? Then, because most times I think tools, AI tools now they've been helping really. Tools like Intercom and all of that. So you get your tools, CRM tools, embed, AI-powered chatbots and all of that. Repetitive issues, automations, then map out your customer journey, right? So once you map out your customer journey, then you should be able to have maybe just fewer issues on your decks, then you can respond and scale and all of that. Because the future itself is CS. Some people say, oh, AI came to collect our job. Actually, they came to make our job more easier, faster, and better. Somehow you want to respond to a query with, we can see you're trying to, maybe play the system or fraudulent activity or oh, you created an account and all that, maybe compliance issue or something like that. So maybe you've tried to like drafted that email you wanted to send out in your head. Somehow it's not giving you what you want to send out. But then you okay, just maybe you drafted it out, or okay, use AI to like fine-tune the what's it called, and just maybe give it 1 or 2 prompts and all that. Then boom, okay, you can now streamline, remove, and cut and join and send to this person, okay, provide your, KYC and all of that, So CS has, actually come to stay, and we are the future within any business, really, within any business. Amazon, Zappos, all those guys, they've had CS for a while. And I don't think when they do churn, when they, downsize their, what's it called now, their team. I've not really seen where they've actually downsized a lot of CS people. CS are still within their team, right? So server comes, so it's only meant for businesses that actually understand the importance of CS in that business that want to leverage and, upskill and, get more insights on, managing their customers and all of that. So I think that's it. So I hope that answers that question.
It absolutely does answer the question. And you were saying something, skipped me right now. Oh, I really can't remember, but I know that you were saying something in line of, yes, you were saying that not so many organizations are downsizing the CS team, but also I have come to realize that they are not downsizing the CS team, but they also want to expand the role of the CS team to sales. Because
Yes.
I was in a conversation with someone last week and I had to raise an eyebrow, like, are you looking for a CS or you are looking for a salesperson? I was also in a conversation with someone before I joined on this call. She's in Canada. Her name is Victoria. Yeah, Victoria, I can't remember. And we had a chat 2 weeks ago. She's also transitioning into customer success, and we had a chat about how we are finding the experience at this time. And she also she was telling me about a chat she had with someone, and the person was telling her that most organizations in their region are actually looking for CS persons that would also wear the cap of
Yes.
marketing, wear the cap of sales, because of the economy, which we all understand that things seems to be a bit tight. They want people who can expand their revenue, but at the same time, they do not want to spend more. So they are thinking of making sales into customer success while they let go of their sales team. So if we are actually looking at it from the point of CS evolving, are we now going to say that CS is also going to be wearing the hats of sales, which is a difficult one at this time because not so many of us are salesy.
It is because I run away from sales. Anything that's sales, I actually once I see sales, even during the maybe interview and all that, they are trying to like go into sales. I just give it straight, straight answer and all of that. Then like okay, or maybe after there was a company that actually I even got the hire anyways, but the letter was now /sales. During it, there was nothing like sales. So they were now like, they sent an email, they sent on that one. Oh, they are trying to like, they forgot they wanted to like upscale, or what's it called, upscale and something like that. Or they're trying to like move away from CS to sales and all that. So I just answer and I rejected it. That was it. Because sales for me I'm not a salesman. I'm not a salesperson. So
All right, thank you so much. I don't think we have any other question.
I think there's a question from Muibat, right?
Okay.
And Gladys responded. Yeah.
Okay.
So add to what the question Musa asked. Can I add?
Yes, please.
Okay, so how do you see the role of customer success evolving? Of course, it has evolved. Yes, it's just around here we are still talking about support, responding to tickets and all those things. In other climes, it has gone to value realization, and that is what you should be looking at. How are you bringing money? How is whatever initiative you're doing, how does that turn to money. And that is where you look into your retention. All right. You need to know your numbers. That is why data is also very important. If 20 customers leave this company tomorrow because CS are not doing their job, then it's going to impact the money that will come in, right? So you need to, sometimes we just throw these words around without knowing the fundamentals and how it actually impacts. That is why I keep telling you, know the why of your responsibilities, right? So if you're going to, so how is it evolving? Value realization. We have moved from taking care of our customers to now, how do we bring in money for the organization? All right. And
Yeah.
what skills will be essential for you to succeed in the future? Right now, you need to understand data thoroughly. Like, how does it work? How do I get insight? How do I implement? Right. And also understand AI and automation, because it will make your work very easy. And also you need to understand people and products. All right. I need to understand the language of leaders. So I think that would be, aside from the other responsibilities and skills, communication, you can't do without that. Hone your communication skills. But then aside that, we're moving to the other part of you being a people, or understand people, understand products, understand the process as well. So it's very important. Those are like the skills I think will be here and we'll still be needing that.
Okay. Thank you for that input.
Thank you for the addition,
Okay, so the
Gloria.
question from
The question from
yes,
Webat
thank
is, aside cross-selling and upselling and answering questions, how do you grow business revenue? Did you hear me, or do I need to repeat the question?
Who's
So
responding to that question, or am I frozen?
how did you grow business revenue? How do you grow
Aside cross-selling, upselling, and
I
answering
think
questions, how
nobody
do
can
you
hear
grow
me.
business revenue?
Just manage your customers, right? Look at the what's it called, their daily look at how issues actually comes up, get the metrics, then you can even send them out before they even reach out to you. Then okay, you prevent some things to even escalate right before, so that's you going above and beyond, be proactive. Okay, because CRM to actually helps you do all of that. So that's where you can see labels. Okay, some issues actually coming in, and oh, these are the labels and all of that. So what are the recurring issues that comes in every week? Is it OTP issues? OTP, once someone is not getting the OTP, they want to, especially from maybe onboarding process, they will leave your app. They'll go to another place. Oh, these guys are not even serious. I sent OTP since I've not gotten something. Or I did my KYC. I've not gotten, I've not been approved. Right? Because I'm saying approve it's less than 24 hours. So you look at all these things. If it comes up, maybe a week, you track these things, right? Then you manage, okay, after managing the customer expectation and all of that, take it back to the, superior guys, have it a meeting every week with them, maybe CS/product. So it's basically for product and CS. So you talk about daily trends, your trend issues, upcoming issues, daily trends, and all of that. What they are working on, what have been happening, and what has been resolved, and all of that. So you track all these things. So that will definitely help you to manage and also grow your business revenue. So okay, they've been working on this thing for how long? Let them specify a timeline. So once that thing has been worked on, then of course, if it's worked on it, then you can just maybe re-engage the customer. Oh, we are sorry and all of that. We worked on it, and maybe you can try again or something. You might be lucky. Most of them will come back. So most times when I still do support, yeah, days I'm not working, right? I look at my CSATs, and the ones I've actually, maybe I was, maybe rated badly, I go back to try and re-engage them. Oh, okay, we are sorry this happened, the other, and stuff like that. Okay, can you please try again? Oh, we have resolved this and all that. So I just maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour to re-engage them. So they can, most of the time it works. Maybe turnaround time can be maybe, 20% or 10%. However, it actually works one way or the other. So they just, come back, okay, we've seen, and they can, then you can maybe they might not even rate you, but their issue have been resolved. They are still within your business. So they've not churned. So that's the way it's like, grow, prevent, them from churning and all of that. So I think that's it. I hope that answers
Thank you
it.
so much. I think we should draw the curtain here. Yes, it does. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And just while you were speaking, someone came, I think Chizoba's hand was up, but I think we'll take it up from there tomorrow. We also want to recognize patient Ayola. She's joining us on the call this evening. I think she's speaking sometime later next week. So we are in for some good time. So thank you everyone for coming out this evening. Thank you, Lambert, for this wonderful session. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
So Jumoke gave a recap. She said, in summary, in addition to upselling and cross-selling, prevention, manage retention, drive more engagement. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, everyone. See you tomorrow, same time. Well, I don't think I'll be
Thank you,
posting
thank you,
tomorrow.
thank you, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Lambert, I'll be in your DM. There's something I'm working on. There's a project I'm working on. I'll really need your review on that. And also, this is for all the CS leaders here. If you want to be a part or review what I'm working on, you can also DM me on LinkedIn. Then I'll send it to you. But for Lambert, Patience, Gladys, I'm definitely asking. Is it begging at this point?
That's fine.
All right, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great night rest. Thank you, Patience, for joining us this evening. See you during our session. I know it's going to be a fantastic session.
All right.